WYMT Mountain News first at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, the Kentucky Wildcats are hoping to continue their road to the Final Four tomorrow night. The Houston Cougars stand in their way. Both coaches and some of the players, including P.J. Washington, answered questions from the media about an hour ago. WYMT's Marcus Browning is live in Kansas City, Missouri with our Big Blue coverage. Marcus?
Welcome everyone to a rainy Kansas City, Missouri for the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16. Of course, we are hoping to learn just a little bit more information on P.J. Washington's status for tomorrow's game. Just a few moments ago, we did learn just a little bit more. Of course, Washington did not play in the opening rounds of the NCAA Tournament last week. This week, he got his hard cast taken off just a couple of days ago before the team made their trip here to Kansas City. Here's what Washington just said a couple moments ago about his status for tomorrow's game.
I don't know yet. I'm trying to get back to play, but right now it's up in the air. I'm in a good place. I went up to get checked out, and the doctor said pretty much some good things. So I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm just trying to get better. It's good. I feel good. It's just about going out there and seeing if I could do stuff on the court. Yeah, I walked over here, so that's good. And I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about giving it a go, but it's just in the air, like I said earlier.
Now, Coach John Calipari also told us that the doctors have cleared PJ to play for tomorrow's game. It's just a matter of how much pain that PJ will be able to withstand during the ball game, as well as the possibility of the Wildcats advancing further on in this NCAA tournament. Of course, we'll have much more on the Wildcats matchup with the Houston Cougars coming up here. Just a little bit more on Mountain News at 5:30 and at 6. But reporting now from Kansas City, Missouri, Marcus Browning, WIMT Mountain Sports.
Well, that next system working over Kansas City and will be for the next couple of days. It's going to be soggy there, and here soon we will be getting our fair share of rain as we head towards the weekend. Right now, clouds slowly increasing, but still not a bad day. Mostly sunny for most, especially in southern Kentucky. A little bit of cloud cover as you work up to the north. Notice the state view. Well, the more cloud cover out in western Kentucky, which continues to be the big story. Notice 73 in Bowling Green, 70 in Hazard, and 72 in Louisville. As we take a look at the closer area back here in the mountains, it's those upper 60s to lower 70s. The main story for us here across our region. Of course, today's headlines will be looking at clouds slowly increasing. We will be staying warm as we head into that forecast. Unfortunately, rain chances, though, will cool us down by the weekend. Steve, we go from 71 on Saturday to 48 on Sunday. We'll break down everything you need to know coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. A trial date is now set for a man accused of murder in Perry County. Police say James Ronnie McIntosh shot and killed Danny Mullins in late February in the Glomar community. WYMT's Taylor Upchurch has more from his arraignment today in circuit court.
Entering a plea of not guilty.
Ronnie's a lifelong citizen of Perry County. He's actually never really been in trouble before.
Police say James Ronnie McIntosh shot Danny Mullins along Four Seam Branch Road, where he died. An officer testified saying McIntosh claims he acted in self-defense and later threw his gun into the river.
He made threats against Ronnie saying that somebody would leave the scene in a body bag, so that's going to come out at trial.
Commonwealth attorney Gary Gregory says matters like these are hard to bear for both families involved.
Yes, it is difficult. This is not like a robbery in that type of case or a home invasion. It's a love interest matter, and that makes these things particularly difficult.
If McIntosh meets bond, he must not contact testifying witnesses, in addition to being placed under house arrest.
Hopefully we can get a just verdict.
McIntosh is charged with murder and tampering with physical evidence. Commonwealth attorneys say he could face anywhere from 20 years to life in prison. In Perry County, Taylor Upchurch, WYMT Mountain News.
We reached out to Danny Mullins' family. They did not want to talk right now. McIntosh's trial is set to begin on October 7th. 2 people are dead and a Louisiana police officer is injured after a shooting last night. That shooting happened around 10:30 p.m. outside an IHOP in Gretna. The Jefferson Parish Sheriff says police were conducting an undercover drug purchase in the parking lot when a driver put his vehicle in reverse, striking a deputy and ramming a deputy's car. Police shot at the suspect's car, hitting the driver and a man in the passenger seat. The driver died at the scene. The passenger later died at a hospital. One detective was hit by gunfire. He underwent surgery and is listed in stable condition. He is expected to make a full recovery. The president told Republicans this week he wants health care to be a major issue in 2020. His administration is seeking to overturn the Affordable Care Act in the courts, but Democrats say not without a fight. CBS's Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill, where Republicans are also divided over the president's move.
President Trump is shifting focus now that the Mueller investigation is over.
We are going to be the Republicans, the party of great health care.
Earlier this week, the Justice Department filed a court document in support of striking down the Affordable Care Act, President Obama's signature health care law. Democrats credit their health care platform for winning the House in 2018. They say the White House is in for a fight.
All would be ended if the president gets his way. We will fight that. We'll fight that in the Congress. We'll fight it in the court, and we'll fight it in the court of public opinion.
Some Republicans are also pushing back. Senator Susan Collins says she's firmly opposed to the new court filing.
The answer is for the administration to work with Congress and present a plan to replace and fix the law.
House Democrats this week introduced a bill to strengthen the Affordable Care Act. So far, Republicans don't have a health care backup plan, but House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy says he's spoken to the president about getting one.
We support pre-existing conditions. We have been very clear about that, and that's a lot of our conversation was about that. We want to find a health care system that actually lowers your premiums. A health care system that gives you a relationship of a patient with a doctor.
While this latest debate plays out, health care coverage for tens of millions of Americans could be at risk if the law is struck down. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The Trump administration's efforts to repeal much of the health care law failed in the Senate in 2017 when the late Senator John McCain gave a thumbs-down vote. The vice president's chief of staff, Mark Short, told reporters the White House expects the legal challenge to President Obama's signature health care law will reach the Supreme Court next summer. Now that special counsel Robert Mueller has cleared President Trump and his campaign from a criminal conspiracy with Russia, the president and congressional Republicans are going after some of the people who led the investigations. All 9 Republicans on the House Intelligence Committee signed a letter calling for Democratic Chairman Adam Schiff to resign for repeatedly insisting there was collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. The president also went after Schiff, saying that being forced out as committee chairman is not enough.
One way you could say it's a crime what he did, because he was making horrible statements that he knew were false. And frankly, I heard they should force him off the committee or off the committee chair. He should be forced out of office.
Schiff fired back, saying Mueller's report may not have found criminal liability, but it does not exonerate President Trump. He pointed to events such as the president's son and campaign chairman accepting a meeting with Russians promising dirt on Hillary Clinton as examples of collusion. A new CBS News poll shows a third of all respondents believe Mueller cleared the president of illegal activity. 2/3 of Republicans believe it was a complete exoneration. The House passed a resolution today against the Trump administration's transgender military ban. The president first announced the ban on Twitter in July 2017, citing excessive medical costs for transgender service members. A policy set to go into effect April 12th says members of the military have to serve as the sex they were assigned at birth. Activists have blasted it as discriminatory and cruel. 5 Republicans sided with Democrats in Thursday's House vote to oppose the ban. It is not expected to get far in the GOP-controlled Senate. A war of words broke out between the mayor of Chicago and President Trump over the Jussie Smollett case. Mayor Rahm Emanuel told the president to stay out of it after the president tweeted that the case was an embarrassment. Chicago's mayor says city lawyers are looking into getting Smollett to repay the money police spent investigating his claims of a hate crime attack. President Trump says the FBI and Department of Justice will review the case, but Emanuel puts part of the blame on the president.
Let me be really clear about something. The only reason Jesse Smollett thought he could take advantage of a hoax about a hate crime is for the environment, the toxic environment that Donald Trump created.
Prosecutors say they dropped the charges Tuesday because Smollett did community service and agreed to let the city keep his $10,000 bond. Low-cost carrier WOW Air abruptly shuts down, leaving thousands of people stranded. The Iceland-based airline made the announcement today on its website, grounding all flights immediately. The move comes after WOW Air failed to reach an agreement with investors. The company says passengers should book flights with other airlines and contact their credit card company for a refund. The airline began operations in 2012 and operated flights from 27 airports between North America and Europe. Let's head over to Wall Street now on this Thursday afternoon. The Dow closes up today more than 91 points. Straight ahead on First at 4, how high school girls turned the tables after boys made a list of them ranked by looks.
And increasing cloud cover and rain chances. Everything you need to know coming up in a few short minutes.
This is breaking news from Wolf, Williams & Reynolds. 80 to 90% of workers who apply for disabled Social Security or black lung benefits get turned down the first time. Half or more of those believe the process is over. Not so. That's where the experience of Wolf, Williams & Reynolds can help. If you've been turned down for disabled Social Security or black lung benefits, call 1-800-446-0167. Get the process for relief started today. Wolf, Williams & Reynolds. This is an advertisement.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthTalks.com to view a video of Dr. Praveen Vijani on telemedicine in intensive care. Baptist Health Corbin. Be a healthier you.
Midnight Madness is back, and it's going to be big. It's 1 day of incredible savings on items store-wide. It's not just a sale. This is madness.
Midnight Madness is back. Save on Food City Fresh Whole Boneless Pork Loin, $1.49 per pound. Cheetos or Fritos, $1.88 each. Boston Market Meal, 6 for $10 and more. This Friday, noon till close.
Are you prepared to protect your family when it comes to legal matters? Tune in to Simply the Law with Gary C. Johnson, Tuesday nights, 7 o'clock on WYMT.
Big Sandy's March Mania was a slam dunk, so we're holding it over for one more week.